The universities operate, they're part of the public sector, so they operate under those schemes. The private sectors have private schemes, so they operate their own private schemes, they're privately managed, so they might be different. And in fact, most of them are defined contributions, which means you only know how much you're putting into the scheme, you don't know how much you'll be getting out of it. It depends on the amount of contributions, but also it will depend on how the stock market performs, for example, because those contributions are invested in the stock markets. So with our defined benefit schemes, we don't take that risk, because defined benefits pensions are defined, so you know what you're going to be receiving, knowing how many years you contributed and how much you've contributed, you have a good idea of how much you're going to be getting back. Well, in the private sector, it's more risky because they don't know how much they're going to get back. They only know how much they're putting in. I think pension schemes are changing. The problem the government has is that a pension scheme is a contract, so between the employer and the employee. So that's why you get these strikes, because we agreed, when I was employed, for example, I agreed certain conditions on my salary and on the pension scheme I was being a member of. And so the university, in theory, should not really change the contract without me consenting to it. But of course, pension schemes are changing because the public finances are not in, there's some difficulty there. So that's why you get the strikes. That's why people are unhappy, because they say, I was a member of a scheme and I agree to those conditions. Now conditions are changing, but I'm not agreeing to those changes. So our unilateral changes, but ultimately I think we will have to accept the changes that are being proposed.